Hi, welcome back to Writings and Lessons. Today I'm going to introduce you to seventh chords. The theory of seventh chords and the way that seventh chords are communicated can be different, and it can seem like a conflict. So I'm going to talk about both. I'll start introducing you to the theory of seventh chords, and then we'll talk about how they're commonly communicated in the number system. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, it really helps a lot if you hit the like button. If you subscribe to the channel, it just promotes it. The purpose of my channel is for anybody that wants to take piano lessons to have the opportunity, even if their schedule doesn't work or it doesn't fit into their budget or they don't live close enough to somebody to teach. I want anybody that is willing to take the time to have the opportunity to learn to play. That's what this channel is all about. So without further ado, let's get started. In lesson 1, I introduced the major scale and I introduced chords. The one chord that we've used in all of our lessons so far looks like this. So I have my keyboard numbered. And the one chord is C because we're learning in C for now. Later we'll learn in other keys. The major triad, the major chord for C is C, E, G. And if we're thinking about the scale of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the chord is 1, 3, 5. A seventh chord adds another fourth note to the chord. If we're wanting to make C major and turn it into a seventh chord, we have two options. We can play a major 7, which looks like this. So I've just taken the C chord and added the B, which is the major 7, and I call it a major 7 because it's in the major scale. That's the 7, the 7th note in the major scale. This chord isn't as common as a minor 7th, and I'll talk about this in more detail in the next lesson. But if you think about the Chicago song Color My World, they're literally just playing a major 7th at the beginning. So that's just to give you a reference to when you've probably heard that chord. Today I'm going to spend more time talking about a major chord with a minor 7. So again, this is C major. And if this is a major 7, if we go down a half step, that is the minor 7. So a major 7 is C, E, G, B. A minor 7 is the C major chord, C, E, G, and then it takes the 7 and goes down a half step. So that would be a C major chord with a minor 7. In Nashville, in the number system, this is just called a 7th chord. They don't distinguish that this 7th note is minor compared to this one. And I don't know the reasoning. My guess is that this type of 7th chord is played more in country and bluegrass and the types of songs that are written in the Nashville number system instead of a major 7. So if in the Nashville charts, and when someone's communicating and they say a 7th chord, this is what they're talking about. It's actually, in theory, it's a major chord with a minor 7. So if we do the same thing in G, so here's G, here's the G chord. It's the 5 chord if we're in the key of C. The triad is G, B, D. If we're going to turn it into a major 7, it would look like this. Into a minor 7, major chord, minor 7. And again, that would be documented as a 5-7. It would be called a 5-7 or a G7. in the number system if musicians are talking and communicating numbers. So we're going to learn What a Friend We Have in Jesus today. And I wrote the chart specifically with a lot of seventh chords just to give you practice. If I were writing an arrangement of this, I probably wouldn't have this many seventh chords, but the idea is to give you practice. So the seventh chord that we talked about, which in theory is the major chord with the minor 7, again, it's communicated in the number system as a major 7. It's written like this, and so this 7 looks like an exponent. But all that's telling you is that you're adding the 7th or the 4th note to the chord. So as a review, and this was discussed in a former lesson, when there's a line, that means that the count in the measure is split. So there's 4 beats in every measure. So this measure has a 4 chord for all 4 beats. This measure is split. The first 2 beats, you're going to play a 1 chord. And then the second 2 beats, you're going to add that 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go to the 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have another split bar. So the first 2 beats are 5. The second 2 beats, we're going to add the 4th note to the chord. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another split bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to play this with my daughter Chloe singing. I'm using a metronome, which is a free app on my phone. I have it set at 4/4 time, and I have the tempo set at 60. 1, 2, 3, start.
What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, our sin and griefs to bear. And what a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. Oh, because we do not carry everything to God in prayer.
Today was an introduction to seventh chords, and we spent the most of the time talking about the most common seventh chord, especially in country, bluegrass, southern gospel. But the type of the seventh chord that we talked about is used in pretty much all styles of music. So have fun practicing, and if you have any questions, feel free to send questions in the comments or to email through email. My email address is writingsandlessons@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer any questions or help. I have Zoom lessons available if you're interested. That could be a scheduled once a week, bi-weekly lesson, or it could be just a one-time lesson if you feel like you're getting stuck or you want to make sure that you're on track. I really appreciate helping me promote this channel by hitting the like button, by sharing the videos, by subscribing to the channel. All those things just help get the content out and makes it available to more people. I look forward to the next lesson and have fun practicing. Thanks for watching. Bye.